your eyes drawn towards the center of the crops, where something shining catches your eyes, but for a brief moment, then fades out of view.
Blinking light means low on energy. Let's head that way.
Stand up on my shoulders.
I wish we had a ladder.
A ladder would have been nice.
Thieves! Thieves! No good, dirty, rotten thieves!
We're from the electric company.
Ma'am, please. Liamoor sent us to replace the power course.
Well, they're up to no good. That's what I say. But no, sir, I won't let that happen. No, sir.
I'll certainly have to watch out for them. My inner murder hobo wants to kill them.
When does your inner murder hobo ever stop?
If this is all we have to do to become seekers, this is easy.
Roll for initiative.
Wow. And I hit them with Cord of Shards.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Gate Chronicles. This is Season 1, Episode 7. Woo! I am Snow. I am the GM of this podcast. And with me today are our following guests or friends, and not guests, people who play with us every week. Yeah.
Hey everybody, I'm Quentin. I normally play Charles Spoot, 57-year-old biology teacher born and raised in New York.
Hi, my name is Jaden. I play Finavir Avir, the bard who is helping these plucky schmucks on their adventure and looking for some adventure for himself.
Hi, I'm Andrew, and I play Alan Taylor, the brilliant idiot.
What a way with words.
An oxymoron, if I've ever heard one.
Well, not technically. You can be an idiot and be literally bright.
Oxymoron seems apt.
I like the word moron in it.
And I'm Zach. I'll be playing the good old Alan. No, wait.
No.
No, now you're getting it wrong. Gosh darn it, no. All right. Hi, I'm Zach. I'll be playing Alfred Kenneth Mest, our local alchemist who has, well, he made a bomb.
Well,
That's always a good start.
That's a great way to start. That's good.
He made a bomb, got ran over by a worm.
Ran over.
Is currently in pain.
So let's do a quick emphasis on quick recap like we had last time.
TLDR, put the batteries in, fought some worms.
Pretty dang good. I like that. I like the TLDR. All right. So after the battle, you guys were tying up the corpses of these Surgus leeches. They're 60 pounds each. You've tied them up and you are dragging them into town towards the blacksmith.
Yep.
All right. It takes you guys almost 20 minutes of dragging these things behind you because they're heavy. But there's also the fact that parts of them keep falling off as you're going through. So you have to go back and pick them up and put them back on the body. And then you also have a trail of their guts and whatnot is behind it as well.
That's for them to deal with. I'm dragging them.
But you guys do finally make it to the blacksmith.
Can I try to scrounge up some grubs on the way?
Sure. So along the way, you are essentially stopping and digging through the dirt.
Yes. I imagine they can't do this very fast.
Yeah. Like I said, it takes about 20 minutes to even get to the blacksmith at this point. It's not a huge village. It's relatively small, so...
Oh, so I found some?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
You do. You find one, apparently. One. I'm sorry.
You find some, being one.
The rest died to the shovel.
Yeah, you're digging through. Like, crushes their heads.
It's no good anymore.
So on the way, do you think I could have a quick conversation with Mest?
Absolutely.
You can have a slow conversation with Mest.
Hey, Alfred or Mest?
Yeah. What's up?
Mind if I see your bruise?
I mean, I guess.
I lift his shirt.
He lifts up your shirt unless you do other, like, tell him not to.
He wanted to see the bruise. I'm assuming he wanted...
So he lifts up your shirt for you.
Is it what I expect? Because I saw him get whapped the same way I did, and mine hurts a lot.
Yeah. So on the right side of Alfred's chest, like towards actually like right at the end of where his rib cage meets down to where his liver would be, you do see a relatively large bruise there and some swelling as well.
And I lift up my shirt and more or less, I look at it as if for myself, but also to show as if empathy.
Yeah, yours is nowhere near as big because you were able to block some of the blow.
Oh, that's right. I hurt, but not as bad.
But your loot hurts as well.
My poor loot. I'll get to that in a minute. Here, let me show you another little trick. It's no tie to woe, but I think you'll like it. So I take the bug, I put a hand on his injury, I crush the bug in my hand,
Okay.
and cast Cure Light Wounds.
The juices from the bug just seep down into your hand. It starts to drip from in between your fingers, but as you cast the spell, it actually evaporates, and you see that this essence from this creature flows from your hand towards the wound, and it fades away.
All right. Is that a D6 plus caster level?
Cure Light Wounds should be
It's a
D6 plus
D8.
cast.
I'm pretty sure, Quentin.
Yeah,
Cure
D8
Light,
plus
yes.
1 per level, so I'm level 3. You are fully restored. 8 healing.
Perfect. Alfred, you feel a new wave of energy kind of flow through you, and you feel the pain in your side fades away, as well as the bruise.
Is the swelling still there?
It's still a little red, but the bruise itself, the bleeding that was there, fades away.
I saw what you did back there. Making a bomb out of seemingly nothing? That was amazing.
It was some simple chemical components. They react a little violently.
I knew I was right about you guys. Amalia may have had pity on some confused people, but I know that there's potential in you. All of you. Even David. I don't know if he can hear that.
You're not really, are you whispering it, or is it just a general conversation?
General conversation.
I'll see if he's paying attention.
Hey, thanks.
I'll give him the double thumbs up.
Yeah, and he gives the thumbs up as he says the thanks.
Hang in there. I can't do this too often. My head gets dizzy and I just can't anymore.
All right. So you guys do make it to the blacksmith just as this conversation is starting to meet its end. After all, you saw Finavir digging in the dirt a little bit, which was kind of strange to you, but okay. So you're at the blacksmith and you have this luggage with you. Baggage? Baggage.
Hello!
You see in the back that the through the open side of the building, you see that the blacksmith is hammering away at what looks to be like some sort of flat-edged blade.
Nice. Hello.
These things were definitely metallic in nature, right?
That's why we brought him here.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Do I get her attention?
She actually just continues to hammer away, but she says, "What do you need?"
Have some Surgus leeches, if you're interested.
She stops hammering and she looks up from where she is. She's holding the hammer like halfway about to pound again on the metal, and she just stops as she looks at you. You got what now?
Take a look. I lift up like as a big a piece as I think that I can without looking weak.
She twirls the hammer in her hand and then she masterfully sticks it back onto her belt.
Ooh.
And she comes over and she takes a look at what you're holding.
Ah, do see some plates from that. That's a good piece right there.
They have metal hides. We figured you might be interested.
I'm a little interested. Keep talking. Tell me what you want for them.
Can I determine what their approximate value should be with the praise, maybe?
Yes.
13.
You know that going value, they'd probably be about 40 silver a piece, but also depending on the damage that's been done to them, how dirty they are, and how big the piece is coming off, it could vary between 20 to 40 silver.
All right. But I can't gauge how damaged they look.
There are
I know
some,
one of them exploded.
Yeah, there are some parts that you can see, like marks from the knives jabbing onto them. Some of the parts aren't clean anymore. You also see that some of the organs underneath are kind of spewing out through the metal gaping parts as well.
I was thinking about 28 a carcass, and I'll throw you the exploded one in on top for free if you can give me a good recommendation for an artisan.
An artisan?
Yes, a wood carver, crafter.
She kind of pauses and runs her tongue over her teeth for a moment as she seems to be thinking.
28 silver a piece, and you have how many?
Well, there's 6, but 5 if you don't count the splody bits.
All right, let's see here.
Shouldn't that just be 140?
That depends on how well we rolled for diplomacy and sale.
Well,
Depends on
that's
how
the price
well
that he's asking for.
Well, if it sounds like an obvious going price, it might not be necessary. I'll give you this house for $1.
It also depends on her level of appraisal.
Yeah.
Could be.
But she asked how much Jaden was asking for, which would be 140 silver.
So, let's see. You want 140 silver, plus you'll give me the one. It's going to take me a bit to disassemble these, and I have to get rid of the carcasses. But 28 is pretty good, seeing that these have gone through some tough times, I see. My goodness. Nobody thought to just shock them to death or not? Like, you stabbed them a few times. She walks over and she starts poking them.
Oh, do you know someone who sells such a weapon? I might be interested.
Last place I saw one of those was at the reliquary, but I haven't been down there in a while.
Do you know Liamoor?
No, I can't say I do. The guy who's down in the reliquary doesn't usually show himself. Normally he tells you just put your money on the table and he says take what you need.
Well, useful information.
But she looks at you and she says,
The only artisan I can think of doesn't usually stay in town. They usually come through maybe about once a month on the wagon.
Yeah, we had one that came through Taija every once in a while, not quite so often.
Yeah, unfortunately the Craftsman's Guild isn't usually the kind that likes to stay in one place. They're pretty nomadic.
Fair enough. Well, it was worth a try. I'll tell you what, although I don't have a solid artisan, I'll throw in the extra for free.
All right, sounds like a good
Regardless.
deal.
and she says,
Give me one moment and I'll go get that silver for you.
so she goes back inside. She actually goes around the building and opens up a door, goes in, and a few moments later, she does return with a bag that seems to be filled with coins as she jingles it and she tosses it to you. Go ahead and count it.
All right, I'll do a quick count. Is that a praise?
Yeah.
17.
All of it's there. 140 silver pieces.
Fantastic.
All right. Now, if you boys wouldn't mind, well, I am a lady.
She kind of flutters her eyes a little bit.
I am a lady. Now, would you mind bringing that over towards my workbench over there so I can start disassembling these? Kind of heavy.
And of course.
All right,
And I'll gesture for the others to do that.
All right, boys, come on now.
He claps.
David, are you a lady?
At times.
Well, why don't you lend us a hand?
I will grab the bag of silver and then haul the corpses back.
You can.
No.
attempt.
I have it. I'm not letting go.
I know you have it.
Well, you can attempt
You
to
attempt
grab
to
it.
grab it, but Finevere is holding on to it very tightly.
It's money. It's my thing.
It's work. I did it.
Well, yeah.
We all cumulatively
have
did
all
it,
done it?
Taylor.
How many
Oh,
of
yeah,
y'all
the-
dragged them?
How many did you kill?
2, I believe.
Just
How
as
many
as
of
I
us
did.
actually got hit by these things?
Listen, all I'm saying is it was a
I'm not
group
taking
effort.
it. I'm not taking it to keep it all. It was more of a
Is that
character
Alan's
gesture.
voice?
No, it's not. No, this is
Come on.
flavorless.
Let's keep
It
it
was
in.
more of a character gesture.
Well, let's keep it in character.
I will drag the bodies back.
I would assist him.
So, do you release the coin purse?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll get your fair share. I assure you.
All right. So you take over the large hall with you, and do you drag them all over? You take them one by one.
I still have all of them on the ropes.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
I'm just gonna keep dragging them all backwards.
Okay. So as you do that, you drag them through. A little bit more oil drops down as you do that, and you drag them over to her workbench.
All right. Thank you very kindly.
And she pushes up her sleeves.
All right, now to get some work done.
Have a good day.
You as well. All right.
Speaking of getting work done, we still have one battery to replace.
Yes. I did want to drop by Liamoor real quick, just make sure everything's all right and ask him a quick question, if that's all right with you guys. Also, line up for me, please.
Line up.
Yes, I'm gesturing most to Smoot, Taylor, and Kelsey.
Line up. What do you mean?
Just here. I take out my my cloth, covered in oil.
Oh my goodness!
Bad for business.
What do you mean? What business?
I go and I go up to him. I try to woe him.
So prestidigitation will only remove things from objects. It will not remove it from people.
Well, yeah, I'm only getting
Yeah.
their clothes.
Yeah. So while there is oil like on their faces and in their hair still, you clean up their clothes. It
Yeah.
does take you. So remember, prestidigitation does also indicate that it's 1 cubic square foot per round. So you have to go around and keep dusting them a few times before you get all of them.
Okay, that's fine.
Perfect. Okay. So it takes a few minutes. You do notice that your rag starts to get dirty, though.
I have many rags.
Got it.
Okay. I'll put that dirty one with the dirty rags. All right, that's a little bit better.
Speaking of business, How are we dividing the lion's share?
How about let's finish our daily chores, and I guarantee you everyone will get their fair shake.
5 people participated in the combat.
6.
5 people participated.
Have I not been
David was there.
There are 6 people part of this group, and they were there just as much as you were.
How many of them participated in the combat?
How many were given the opportunity?
I like give him in the middle of There'll be time for a talk of money later. Don't catch your chickens before we hatch.
Well, they already hatched. They're dead. We killed them. And we just sold them.
Yes, but we still have one more thing to do. We'll settle this afterwards. No time to waste.
Fine by me. Can Smoot make a survival check to see what time of the day it is?
Yes, you may.
27.
You can tell that it is starting to become the afternoon. So you guys had gotten up early morning and you'd gone to see Liamoor. It's been
So it's just past midday?
Yep.
Okay.
You just reached the midday point.
In that case, I'll go against my better judgment and I'll suggest that we head north.
Well, yeah, I would share this information with everyone, letting them know, like, past noon. I know we had to do this before the evening sets. I don't know if there are any penalties for that.
You're all right. You're right. Let's go. No time to waste. More than already has been. Blush.
All right. So you guys make your way north and you end up walking past the hill where Cece's house is. It takes you, again, about 10 to 15 minutes at this point. It's a little bit further just because of all the streets that you had to go through. And also because you did make a stop in the market. So you had to take a little bit more time. So as you go through this area, you know that this is the only area in the village that has any kind of tree. What is it? Like not forest. What is it called when it's like a small patch of trees? A grove.
Grove. Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
So this is the grove that you're heading towards, just past Cece's abode. And you guys walk through this small forested area.
We do want to stop by the house to drop some stuff off, though.
Okay, so you are stopping by the house?
Yeah. We got to make it quick because time's of the essence.
Literally just throwing my bag down beside the house.
Okay, so you guys make your way up the dirt path towards Cece's house through the forested area, or wooded area, and you see Cece is outside. She appears to be tending to her garden.
Brunhilde!
Cece!
Oh, you guys are back? Are you done?
No.
Nope. We just have a few things to drop off.
Okay.
Here, hold this. And wait, and Smoot would walk up to Taylor, grab his bag, and hand it to her.
What is... Okay.
It's called a bag.
All right. What's in it?
My
Is it
stuff.
for me?
No,
Oh. Why would you hand it to me then?
because you're holding on to it. Just make sure nothing gets lost.
That's a terrible thing to ask me to do.
If everything stays in the bag, I'll bring you something back from town.
Ooh, what are you going to bring me back?
Better be something good.
It's a surprise.
Roll diplomacy.
Can I aid another?
You may hate another.
15. Buy her some candy. Or pastries. That was the plan. Candy keeps better.
But then again, she'll
That's it.
probably eat it.
27 to aid another.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So with a total of 17. Woo! Cece just looks at you.
All right. It sounds like a deal. I won't lose this on purpose. I won't lose it. I promise I'll take good care of it, and I expect something really good in return.
And she glares at you.
Really good.
Your words, not mine.
Well, we must be off. Is anyone else dropping anything else?
All right.
I'm not parting with my stuff, period.
Okay. So it takes you several extra minutes. So I would say about 7 minutes with this extra part. So the day continues to move on, and you guys also move on, and you make your way over to this small clearing in the grove, which is down the hill just past where you would go up towards Cece's home.
Smoot, your shift.
My shift. What do you mean my shift?
I've been carrying the,
Oh, well, hand that over.
I'll take it.
Similar to the
I
other...
hand it to Smoot.
So similar to the other setups, you see that there are some crops, but you do not see like the separate areas of crops. There's only one main circle of crops. The same setup where there's one entrance, another tier of crops, and then another entrance. Again, you don't see a receptor visible at any distance.
Mest, if you could please do me a favor. Go by the barrier and check and see if you can see anything beyond. If you see anything of note, yell.
All right.
So please make
Do we
a
want to
perception
send
check.
him off by himself?
Oh, you're right. David, would you mind accompanying him?
Oh, of course.
Safer in groups.
Yeah, I got this.
Buddy system.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. And he goes up and he puts his arm around Alfred's shoulder.
So, let's see here. That would be a total on my perception
Carry
check.
the one.
Carry the one. Total perception check would be. My brain stopped. I'm sorry. 8.
There you go.
All right.
Big break, please.
Okay.
I finally remembered to add my +3 for a trained skill.
Hey, there you go.
So you and David start walking along the barrier, and you have to go about 100 yards away, not 100 yards, 100 feet away from the crop circles, and you're walking along. You guys don't see anything. David just shouts to you, "You see anything over there?"
Not
Nothing.
really.
Yeah, nothing at all. This is really nice though. It's kind of calming. Good place to meditate. Yeah.
So you guys don't see anything as you're walking by. You do see, though, that this area is very well lit. It actually kind of gives you this very ethereal sensation, almost like the grass has a little bit of a glow to it, very light green hue, and light is cascading through these trees, and it just hits this area just right. It makes you think a little bit of a time in your life when you had a lot of peace, and it's calming.
He thinks to the moment where he sat on the
Nope,
toilet
can't
in his
remember one.
nice AC insulated building.
The AC was terrible in that building. What are you on about?
The AC that worked that one day, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else, I assume you do pretty much the same thing as before?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Except for during this time, I'll also take my time to say, to tell Kelsey, by the way, I really appreciate the hustle back there. You were really incredible for someone who claims to have been, I guess, from a more peaceful era? I say that almost jokingly.
Make a perception check really quick.
15. By the way, the compliment was genuine, but the
Arrow was a
nod
joke.
to a time was...
Yeah. For a moment, it doesn't seem like she's listening to you, but almost like listening to something else. But she kind of turns quickly and she's like, "Oh, yeah, thanks."
All right. Let's get this.
That is the sound of knuckles cracking, FYI.
I lift Finavir up to the pillar.
All right.
I hand Benavir.
Like a phoenix, he is risen up. Oh, Lord. Okay, so Finavir is lifted up and he's
Press.
on his shoulders and he takes out the old core.
and I
Press
hand him
down, lift up, and it automatically opens.
The barrier comes down temporarily while the thing opens.
Go.
And you guys
And
do
I
a quick
quickly
trade.
hand him the new one.
Oh.
Right? And then you insert the old core. And again, the door seals around it. And as soon as you put in the old core and the door seals, the barrier comes back up.
New core.
Mist!
Huh? What?
Is everything okay?
I mean, it's pretty peaceful over here.
It is very peaceful.
I deserve this.
I don't know. Let's see how gently I can put you down.
What?
I'm rolling to put him down.
You mean?
What are you rolling?
I don't know. Strength.
What?
Isn't
All
that
of you
I
make
mean, if his
perception
strength
Oh.
fails.
Everyone make a perception check again for me, please.
10, 8,
23.
19.
David says,
Again, I have to say, okay, knock on wood.
he walks over to a tree and knocks on it.
This was a lot easier this time. Much easy. Very good.
And a giant eagle swoops down from the sky and carries off one of our
I'll
children.
herald them to come on back.
As you guys begin to walk back, Finavir, Alfred, Kelsey, and Smoot, all of you, I'm saying Kelsey, all of you hear a metallic clinking sound and footsteps starting to get closer to you and making their way towards your direction.
Everyone on your guard.
Smoot pulls out his dagger.
I pull out my alchemy kit.
I'm gonna do what any
I'll
true
actually-
American would do at the sound of a militia coming. Give him a gun.
Do you have a gun?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you do.
You should have the gun, but
I have
he
a
currently has
9mm.
I will, for the first time in this
Listen,
campaign,
listen, Alfred doesn't know how to shoot a gun.
pull out my bow.
Oh,
What? He
Okay.
has one of those?
I do.
Wild.
So
Smoot has no comment.
have one of those.
Kelsey looks at you guys drawing your weapons, and she also pulls out her dagger a little warily, and she kind of looks back and forth at you all. David is standing in the back, still at peace.
David!
What?
What? So
Main up.
they weren't coming?
You hear the footsteps getting closer,
Okay.
but as they get closer, you see several armed guards. Actually, it would be about 6 of them in a row coming towards you, 2 by 2 marching. In the front, you see somebody wearing a very long black high-collared coat with a red shoulder cape. And as he sees you, he raises up his fist. And the rest of the yes.
At this instant, how far are they away?
They are about 60 feet now.
Oh, well, that's really close.
Well, maybe about 100. We'll say 100 feet.
Okay.
So as he sees you, he sees that your weapons are drawn, and he raises up his fist, and the rest of the guards halt behind him. And he looks at you all warily.
Hey, why exactly did we pull out our weapons?
I'll start to look relaxed and put my bow away.
Okay.
I'll just let the gun down to my side without like holding it up, and I'll wave my hand and go, "Hi!" Or sorry, "Hi!"
He continues to keep his fist raised.
All right, well, it looks like we're done here.
Our job's done. We don't get paid enough for anything else.
Have the cores all wrapped up in that blanket?
When we put them back in the... We just put them back in the old container.
Yeah, we put you put the old one back in the box when you gave him the new one.
So why is he saying wrapped in a blanket?
Because we've had it wrapped in a blanket the whole time.
Yeah, we wrapped it up to try to cushion it in case it got dropped or something.
Well,
Yes, and maybe you guys didn't know I did that,
handle.
so no one would see it and ask us.
Oh, well. I'm just grabbing it by the handle, carrying it.
All right. Better have the blanket wrapped around it.
Why?
It's a wooden box.
Well, it's the way we've always had it.
Oh, okay.
It's a wooden box. Is it
So
that suspicious?
At this point, we're just waiting for David and Mess to show up.
David, we're leaving.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't say we were leaving. I was just...
We're leaving.
Okay,
You can come back here later.
Oh. Hey, it's the guard. Hey, how's it going? Okay, he's kind of scary.
Do you need something, gentlemen?
Carry on your way.
I'll do it like a courteous bow, and we'll go on our way.
All right. So Finavir starts to make his way, walking past the guard. Do you all follow along?
Yes.
I would keep a sizable distance, like as much as if there's like a 2-lane road, I'm on towards the left side of the other lane.
Okay. All right. So you basically walk around them for the most part. Okay. Yeah. No, you're able to do so. You keep about 6 feet of distance.
Like a respectable post-apocalyptic
Once we are a decent distance away, I would turn...
Okay. So as you guys walk past him, he basically signals with he opens up his fist and he signals it down, and they start marching again back towards back towards the receptor area.
I see.
Wait, the receptor area that we just
Are
came
leaving,
from?
yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Sense motive.
As they walk by,
You may sense motive.
I would like to talk to David.
Okay.
I would also like to roll sense motive, abysmal as mine is.
All right.
I'll give it a shot too.
Everyone rolls sense motive.
16.
18.
17.
7.
Okay.
7.
You guys all see that they're heading towards the area where you just replaced the core, but you're not really sure why they're going there. But what you know about them is that they seem to be very disliked by the villagers and have caused issues there. Perhaps they're going there to cause trouble.
Well, I'll slow my pace in anticipation of what I really don't want to find out.
Why is the music getting more dramatic? And then cutting out.
Mysteriously. Is there any near... You said we passed a
to
grove,
hear
correct?
the order or the clanking of some...
You said we passed a grove, correct?
You were in the grove.
We are. Is there any nearby foliage in which we could duck behind?
There is foliage. You do see that there's plenty of
Crops? Trees?
Not so much crops, more trees, bushes. The area that you went into was a clearing that looked like it had been cleared up by villagers, like it wasn't naturally there. So a lot of the other like bushes and foliage have just been left to the wayside and left alone. So they're kind of overgrown.
Smoot would speak to the rest of the group in a more hushed tone.
Stealth checks.
Yeah, please roll your stealth.
13.
Oh, finally a good roll.
Do not ask me for checks I don't have points into.
21.
18.
Jaden, if it makes you feel any better, Smoot's stealth check is a -1 base.
Mine's a positive.
I somehow
2.
got an 18.
Wait, no, I forgot. It's a class skill, so it's 24.
What do you say to them?
Should we slow our pace and keep an eye on him?
I
I
was already-
say we circle into some of them bushes, keep an eye on them.
Our job was to replace the cores. It's technically not our concern.
Yeah, but if they take the core after we've replaced it, we don't have proof that we've replaced it.
That's
We could
not
be
the
framed.
real issue. The real issue is that without the barrier, good people here will probably die.
So it's less of an obligation, but more of a moral quandary, Finavir.
Yes. Well, you see, life is valuable. It's priceless, even. It's like I'm like begrudgingly coming to the one and only conclusion.
Does that extend to those who would commit actions which would directly endanger and potentially snuff out the also invaluable lives of others, particularly the innocent?
Technically, yes. However, when evaluating assets, such as the pricelessness of life, it must be taken into consideration. The cost-effectiveness.
We don't know if anything's going to happen. Let's just observe for a moment. Maybe everything goes smoothly.
Just keep an eye on them.
We might end up having to, immediately after dropping them worms, drop a few big mean Mother Hubbards.
Hey, we already dropped the worms.
Do we hear anything from the guards?
So you guys are kind of standing in the middle of the road. You didn't really go off to the side. You're having a conversation.
No, we were walking away.
We were walking
you
away.
We're
on the road.
slowed the pace, but enough so that we can hear.
You don't hear anything. You just heard that after marching a little bit further down, the marching stops.
Well, that's what I was listening for.
Can we see the clearing still?
Smoot would turn, duck behind a tree to gain some form of concealment, and then peer over and perception check towards the guards.
So you guys have walked a little bit over like a hill, so you'd have to go back a little
That's fine.
further.
You would.
When I go back over this up to the hill.
Please roll stealth if you were going back over there.
What are we doing? What is this?
18 on Smoot stealth,
It's another 18.
and then a 20 total for perception.
I whispered to David, overtime.
Okay, what we're going to be
Overtime.
10.
14.
I better get paid time and a half for this.
You guys sneak your way back over through the bushes. Very little bit of snapping of branches. You're being very careful about where you step. And you're peering through the bushes, and you see that the guards have stopped in front of where the receptor would be. And you see that one of them, the one wearing the long black long coat and the red shoulder cape, is signaling again. And you see somebody step forward from the guards, like from the center of the guard. And they're carrying a strange-looking box of some sort. It looks metal. The sun is glinting off parts of it, and you see that it's black and it has some kind of like golden trim around it. The guard, who was wearing all of that fancy wear, signals, and he seems to gesture towards where the core would be, or the receptor would be. And this person carrying this black box walks over. You guys see, glinting in the light, that there seems to be some sort of short extension coming from the front of the box. And this guard walks over and he steps in through the crops. You don't see him anymore. And after a few moments, you hear a sound that you've never really heard before. It's unfamiliar. It sounds like some kind of electronic hum and ringing. And after a moment, that guard returns from the center. He comes over to this man wearing the long jacket, and he shows him the box. And after a moment, after looking at it, he nods his head, and that guard goes back into the center, and he signals to keep moving.
So no one approached the tower, but they're at the tower.
No.
Someone did walk into the tower, but as we know that there is a barrier which inhibits sight if you are too far away, someone walked into where we can no longer see.
So the thing is, there are crops. The crops are at different tiers. There's a tall tier, a mid-tier, and then a very short tier in the center. So
And there's no way to creep up to the place where we could see into the tower.
if you got too much closer, I mean, you could if you really wanted to do that. I assumed you guys were staying a little ways back just in case. I didn't know how close you were getting.
Does
And
the
also,
barrier still seem intact?
The barrier seems intact.
None of our business. Well, it seems as if our job is done. The best we could do is we could report back to Liamoor.
And also, the way that they have to go is they have to go back. So the clearing goes out one way. So they're coming back towards you guys where you're like, you're in the bushes hiding. They're walking past you.
We should move quickly.
I suppose.
Smoot leaves and starts like power walking, low-key hustling.
Okay, do you wait until after they pass you, or do you go before they pass you.
As soon as they would be turning around to come back in our direction, Smoot would leave.
Okay. Kelsey grabs your hand. They're going to see you.
Okay, and I will say I was walking.
It's not a good idea.
You think us suspiciously crouching in some foliage nearby them is any less suspicious?
They won't see us.
Fine.
Okay, we wait.
They pass by you without any incident, and they seem to be going back out, kind of towards the marketplaces where you had to pass through in the first place. So they're walking back out in that direction.
As they walk by, is the black box still visible?
You see, make a perception check, actually.
And does it look any noticeably different than the first time we saw it? 23 on my perception.
19.
Okay. So
16.
what you see, all of you, what you see as they're walking by, you don't really see the black box. You just see that the person that's in the center seems to be wearing a completely different garb than the rest of the guard. While they are wearing a red sash, they're wearing something that seems a little bit more ceremonial.
Decorated.
Not really decorated, more ceremonial, more like it's more showy than anything.
If he's a prominent figure, would I have a chance to know him through knowledge and ability?
Not a prominent figure. Your character doesn't. Your character's like, what?
Would he be able to roll knowledge
No.
local to understand the significance of the garb?
Sure.
Okay, I'll try that. 26.
So you kind of recognize that the person who is carrying or was carrying the box and wearing this strange garb, especially compared to the guy wearing the long coat who you assume to be a captain of some sort, this person appears to be some kind of, not really an officer, but it reminds you more of somebody who would be in the back lines, somebody who would control relics, or maybe
A specialist?
a specialist, yeah.
Okay.
A specialist of some kind. That's about all you know from that.
So we wait, and I will... If anyone tried to go like a few minutes after, I pressure for a little more
That's fine.
time of waiting.
You guys wait a good number of minutes before you come out from the bushes, just to be cautious, because you don't know how far away they had walked by this point, because they did go back towards the market. You don't hear the sound of metallic clinking against the metal. You guys come out from the bushes.
I will go straight over to the core.
Okay.
Like the one we just replaced, to check on it.
Okay. You return to the receptor area and you go through the ring of crops, and you reach the center and you see that the power core is still inside the container. The blue symbols on the receptor itself are glowing and everything appears to be in order.
Okay.
You could take a closer look if you want, but beyond that, that's what you see. Just taking a generic look around.
All right. I mean, I'll take a quick look around with just a extra examining. 18. If there's no additional details, I'll just leave.
You see that as you're walking around, you see that there's like this really weird flap of some kind that was open that wasn't there before.
All right. I would investigate it if there is something
Okay.
different like that.
It looks like something was placed there at some point, but it's not there now.
Can I take a quick check on the ground?
Sure.
I probably could see footprints, but please, just tell me I only see footprints.
You only see the footprints?
Fantastic. No creatures. Awesome. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Super leaving.
Okay.
Wait, is there anything still under the flap?
Where are you there?
Oh, wait,
No,
I
only
thought-
me. I'm not. There's nothing to report, so I'm not saying anything.
I didn't realize that I thought
You
was
didn't say you
dragging the
followed.
group. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
All right. Smoot's
I
starting
come
to
out
walk back
with
to
a
the
thumbs
elevator.
up. Say we're good.
All right. Let's get this over with.
Kelsey walks over to you as you guys are walking.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to step on your toes or anything. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
No. I put my hand on her shoulder. You have good instincts.
Thanks.
Better than mine. Mine are old and dull.
You have grump, and that serves you well.
It's gotten me through life thus far.
I believe you.
Oh,
The
God.
wonders of cynicism.
All right. So where are you guys going right now?
Back to the
Back
reliquary.
to the reliquary. Yeah.
All right. On your way to the reliquary.
McDonald's.
There is no McDonald's.
Okay. No.
We have McDonald's at home.
McDonald's at home. CC.
You guys make your way back to the marketplace and find your way to the reliquary without much difficulty. As you arrive there, you reach the abnormally tall door of the reliquary, where you see that the door is wide open, inward, and just before you enter, you hear echoey footsteps coming from within. And after a few moments, you see the man in the blue sash and plate armor and his companion, whom you gave directions to earlier, step out into the dirt path. The man turns towards you.
Oh, well, thank you, friends, for directing us here. We found our way rather successfully.
It seems that you have.
Yes.
I hope your bartering has been as successful as your venturing.
Oh, quite, I would say.
He looks you all up and down.
I see that you've had a bit of an adventure yourselves.
Oh, yeah.
just a
more
few,
like a glorified maintenance.
Been a long day. There were some worms.
Ah, worms or leeches? Different things.
Leeches.
Leeches.
The woman walks out from behind him, and as she looks at you, she kind of covers the bottom of her nose with the side of her hand, and she grimaces a little bit as she walks by you. But the man is just making lighthearted conversation with you guys.
So, what are you doing here?
Oh,
Looking to get our... Oh,
it's like I'm an seeker initiate.
Ah,
rest of us are looking to become seeker initiates ourselves.
I did take you to be more of a common folk, but it doesn't surprise me. The Seekers Guild is always looking for more recruits.
Oh, are they really?
You look well maintained, sir. Where you hail from, anyway?
I want to know. I'm curious.
You used the word hail.
Listen,
And?
listen, he also hasn't mentioned anything about his sick and dying mother affecting his emotions.
He's coping by repressing it.
And using the word hail?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's just like the Renaissance fair.
No. He is allowed to be nerdy. He has plus intelligence.
What's your extra language? Nerd.
I know Klingon.
Myself? I am from Brookvale, up north. How about yourselves?
We're new in town.
I'll just quickly speak up and said, go on, brain fart.
Wait, no. I got this.
I'm from Teba.
Oh,
Have you been there?
I've been to Taba a few times in my life, but haven't been there recently. How's it doing?
Oh, well, we're recovering from a bit of an incident with our water, but
I heard.
For the most part, everyone's doing fine.
Yes, I heard your town had to be abandoned for a while.
Yeah, it was rough, but it gave me the motivation to look on to other things and venture out.
Well, I'm glad that you are doing well for yourself. Becoming a seeker initiate? Why haven't you become a full seeker if you're already initiate?
Look, I'll be honest, I'm a little slow at this. What does it take to become a full seeker?
It depends on who's bringing you on.
Oh.
Every single relic master can give their own quest, I suppose, for a seeker initiate, but once after that, then you have to go all the way to the seeker bases, and after that, well, there's a few things. Normally you have to complete a quest, and you have to be under the tutelage of another seeker.
I see.
These sound like a lot of steps.
Well, they're a very organized group.
And yet, this is also the most information we've ever got.
So just to be clear, this is the adventuring-looking party from before, and not the guys that just passed us.
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
just making it absolutely sure.
The armored guy from this party is wearing a blue sash.
Exactly.
Not a red
And he's
sash.
with a woman
That
wearing a
means
green
he's
cloak.
a good guy, or at least not necessarily part of the red guard.
I see.
He's part of the blue guard.
Charles Smoot would walk up and extend his hand.
You've had the most information out of anyone I've ever met. Name's Smoot. Charles Smoot.
Oh, where are my manners? And I'm Finavir. Avir.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you.
I shake his hand.
Alan Taylor.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well, sir.
I'm gonna grip his hand real tight.
He
Not like painfully so, but just real firm. Nice
he
handshake.
receives your gesture, and he raises you.
Oh!
Not much.
Reason. 16.
It's 4. You squeeze harder than he does, but he tries back. But he gives you a nice, firm handshake.
And you all?
Well, I am Callus Brightheart.
Calloused Brightheart. What an oxymoron.
And this, my dear compatriot, is...
Callus, I can introduce myself. I am Asha. My last name is none of your business.
All right, bite my tongue.
There's only 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
There are only 2.
I thought there was a third person. What rank have you climbed to?
Well, myself, I am of the bronze tier, and, well, Asha is steel.
Ah, bronze and steel. I'm sure you have many adventures and stories to tell. I tell you what, if you catch me at the Flame Slayers later, first round's on me.
Oh, I heartily accept that.
Of course you would. You hardly accept anything.
Well, we have our own business to attend to, and it was nice to meet you.
Well,
Sir Callus.
yes, and the pleasure was all mine. And good luck on your initiation.
Thank you.
We'll be in town for probably one more night. And as you said, I'll probably see you at the Flayin' Slayers.
See you then.
He does the same thing back. Finger guns and wink.
I like this guy.
Asha kind of just rolls her eyes, but she nods.
If she minded her manners, I would like the cynical one.
What? I like the cynical one anyway, but I like Callus better. I like everyone. What about the red guard? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
All right. Do you guys make your way inside?
Yeah, we do.
What about your enemies' frenemies? What do you do?
I think I
with
missed that chapter of The Prophet of Prophet.
Skimmed through it. I'm gonna have to go back into the index, find that page.
Canonically, he's actually missing a few chapters from his book.
So, you guys make your way down the stairwell, which is kind of strange because it's one of the only buildings where you walk in and then all of a sudden just start going downstairs. You guys walk down for a bit down the dark hallway where the torches are lit, but it's still just that flickering light, and it's still very dark down here. And you enter into this somewhat familiar room.
If it's that dark, I might flick on my the sun-powered relic.
Ah, yes, it's fully charged. All right, so your relic, which all of you guys roll a perception.
14.
17.
Could I roll something better than like 2?
Apparently not.
Sure.
Alfred, who is kind of behind David, who's making very enthralling conversation with you. He's just so excited. He's like, oh my gosh, I got into like one of my first fights today. This is the first time. There's a first time for everything, but this has been one of the best times.
I'm surprised. I am genuinely surprised that this is the first time something has tried to hit this man.
Wow. Hey, tried to and him hitting back or being hit are two different things. He didn't hit back.
He was brave.
Very brave.
You got in their way.
And not everybody can get into a fight and like actually do stuff. Some people just have to be there and experience it. Beside the point.
I felt emotionally supported.
Okay. So
Physically, not so much.
Smoot, Alan, and Kelsey also kind of peeks over between you guys. And you guys see that Finavir is wielding what looks like a flashlight of some kind.
Nice torch you got there.
Oh, thank you. This is a sun-powered relic.
Yeah, were we told not to use those around all the other ones that are kept in the building?
Yeah, but we're not near them yet.
Fair enough.
I swear it's darker in here than before.
It does seem a little
Kind of
darker.
getting later.
Heck you calling it a torch for?
Why are you using the word hail?
I like using nerd tongue.
All right,
And
so
I studied in Britain.
do we make it to the end?
You guys do make it to the end.
That's great.
With your little torch as you shine it around, and you do get down below. It's still kind of low light vision in here.
No,
Liamoor likes to keep it dark.
All right, well, when we get to there, I don't want to like bother him. So once we get to him all the way, then I'll put it away.
As you guys walk in, you see... Well, actually, you don't see Liamoor directly at his table.
Oh no.
What you do see, though, is a shadow that seems to be looming over in one of the corners where the brazier is kind of just casting a shadow, but you just kind of see a large shadow over in the corner that seems to be fiddling around with something, and you hear almost like a metal grating sound sliding and like something's being closed.
I'm gonna
shine it right at Liamoor?
At the feet, yeah.
I'm gonna knock on the desk that he was sitting at. Mr. Liamoor.
Oh, what is that?
If I put it away.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, the light hurts my skin.
Oh, I do apologize.
He starts to walk over, and you kind of feel the ground barely shaking, but you feel it rumble a little bit as he walks.
Is he a lich giant or something?
You mean lich? He's not a lich.
It hurts. Yeah, the light hurts him.
Okay. I don't think that's imperative. I don't think that's part of being a lich.
Oh.
Besides, this is not the time to be racist.
But being a lich is being a
Hey,
lich is just being undead. That doesn't mean you have a weakness to sunlight.
But he's not undead. He's very living.
I don't care if he's a vampire. If he's doing his job and we're doing ours, then we're good.
Amen.
Judging him, I'm just curious about his origin.
Well, why don't you sit down and offer to buy him a drink?
I don't think he'd go to the bar.
Liamoor
Bring the
Oh,
bar
that's right,
to
he
him.
has it.
gestures out to you very slowly as he does.
I see that you are back. Welcome. Have you completed your quest?
Here's your case with all your old cores. The new ones are in the receptors.
I take my blanket back.
Benavir grabs the blanket off the case of Smoot is carrying it over to the desk. All right.
Oh, does it glow without as it is?
You see a very, very faint blue glow as the orbs inside of the glass kind of hover, but they seem to be getting lower and lower.
Smoot sets it on the table.
I see. Thank you, my friends. And congratulations. You have completed the first part of becoming true seekers. You are now considered initiates. Wait 1 moment.
Okay. So,
One Mississippi.
2 Mississippi.
3 Mrs. Moody.
Liamoor starts to move very slowly towards the back of his table. And you can see that as he steps, his legs like almost strangely elongate and then they shrink back down. Like it doesn't seem normal. It doesn't appear right as he moves. Liamoor appears to be searching through his desk. And after a moment, he comes back up and he says,
Please, line up.
I'll see, this is a time where it makes sense, Benavir. I would get the nice line shoulder to shoulder with everyone else.
I will not stand in line.
okay.
I will stand in line.
In fact, I'll get out my piece and I'll start playing with it.
Okay.
And I'll wait and see if he says something.
Okay. Liamoor looks between all of you and he says,
It is my great pleasure to present to you your very own initiate badges.
Yes, sir.
so he starts passing them out and he looks at you as you're holding your badge and he nods.
A true seeker, not afraid to complete quest again and again.
And he says,
I am proud to present these to you. I was once a seeker. It is an honor to become one. And I hope that you keep the promises of the seekers when you finally become full-fledged seekers. We will not do a pledge today. That pledge is saved for the actual graduation. Today is your initiation.
and he pauses. And you guys can all take a look at your, as you take a look at your badges, your initiate badges, you see that the badge itself is an unassuming black metal pendant with a raised pattern in the center that seems to be some sort of bird that you're looking at from the top down with its wings arched in front of it as if it were taking off. And then Liamoor finishes.
And thus, in order for you to become full seekers or full members of this guild, you will have to travel to one of the seeker bases where you will complete a ranked quest under the watchful eye of a seeker.
Ranked quest.
Yes.
Would I know if that's a paid quest? Like a petitioned one?
So you are technically... Actually, you haven't gone to one of the bases yet. You were with Amali in the main thing. Okay.
But I am an inquisitive person who has been around a
Yes.
seeker and seeks profit.
You do know that that is where you get paid. So
They pay
Then
us
I'll
to do
quietly whisper, hopefully within the ear range of Mest and David, those are paid quests.
What? The paid?
Money.
Right. So, yes, Mr. Liamoor, when we first signed on for this thing, I know we talked a little bit about, well, we didn't really get to finish our conversation. What exactly are the benefits of becoming a seeker? Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I did not explain it very well. Sometimes my mind gets very fuzzy, and it's hard to think. Today is a good day for me. When you become a seeker, you go through a ranking system. There are, I believe, 4 ranks right now. Maybe 5. It has been a long time since I was a seeker. The first is the steel rank or steel tier. The second would be bronze, the third silver, the fourth gold. I believe there is a 5th actually. It is, I believe, platinum. Most seekers sit in the steel tier, about half of them. The rest are usually bronze and fewer still are in silver, and far fewer in gold. There may not even be anyone in platinum, for those are heroes of long past.
Silently, do I remember what Amali was?
Amali has never disclosed to you what his rank is.
Okay. Well, I think that does conclude our collective business.
Status report.
Yes?
We had a little bit of information coming back from the last receptor and going from the first one. We heard that the Red Guard had been poking around, and on the third one, when we left, we saw it ourselves. I didn't know if this was their regular duties, as I don't know what they're supposed to be doing here, but it seemed as if they brought some weird black box up to the receptor.
I see. I am not sure what they are doing up there. The cores only need to be replaced about once every year.
Perhaps they were performing a bit of saboteuring. No, sabotaging. Sabotage. They was doing sabotage.
Why would you think they would sabotage?
I don't know, because they're jerks.
I see.
Well, the thing that concerned me most, honestly, was that sound. Is it possible to use my vocal acuity with Sing to try to replicate it to some degree?
You could try.
That is a 10.
It was like a...
What? So is that woo and not a wee 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 wee?
No, it was more like a woo 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 woo.
Kind of like a
It was like...
It was like a woo.
Liamoor just kind of chuckles a little bit, and his deep, guttural, chuckle actually kind of shakes the room a little bit.
You are a fun group. I would suggest that you stick together, as many seekers do form parties. Some are able to go it alone, but many should not. I will warn you, this next quest could lead to your death. Most initiates do not survive it if they are not prepared.
Every strong civilization was built on greedy people trying to get what they want. We're no different.
Finn, you have my respect.
That is a pretty good. I like that quote. Can I get that on a t-shirt somewhere?
You would lack America.
I just might. Real quick, out of interest, you have any lower rank relics for sale?
You may take a look at what wares we have.
All right.
Shiny things.
I forget, how much do relics cost?
Depends on the relic.
It
Now,
depends on the
doesn't it?
relic.
I am immediately looking at everything.
I totally have 140 silver in my pocket right now.
We owe him a debt anyways.
Yeah, of like 10 silver each.
Yeah, but we also owe Amali 20 silver each.
Whoa, when did that happen?
When we all bought armor and weapons,
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that he was asking for that back.
Wait,
I would pay it back.
I thought...
Smith
I don't
doesn't
think
like to
he
be
ever
indebted.
Wait, I thought he only
said.
bought us armor.
He bought everyone who didn't have a weapon, who wanted one, but you already paid for your weapon.
I have
So-
to look at the cost of the armor I got.
Okay.
What armor did you get?
So you guys are looking around?
Wouldn't it make sense just to give him back the 10 silver he gave you?
Before I go towards the relics, it's like, is this going to cause a problem? And I hold up the not on sun-powered.
That should be all right. The relics are inside of an artifact that blocks their interactions.
Oh, need to get myself a desk job one of these days.
Yes, I was once a seeker, but now I am here. It is a blessing from my guild master to be able to continue to work, even though I have become like this.
Oh,
What is that device you have there? That
Ah.
looks very interesting.
was that to me or was that to...
This is Liamoor
Whoa, he's
asking you-
breaking the fourth wall. This is creepy.
You're also breaking the wall by What are you doing, Quentin?
He was
didn't know
showing
how
me
much
the
his
price
armor-
of my armor.
He spent 15 gold, so he owes Amali 15 gold if he plans on paying it back.
Anyway,
And then
yeah.
I own Finn
If you
10.
do, I would be very proud of you.
All right.
I'll pay him if he asks for it back.
Less
All right.
proud.
So you guys, who's looking around the room at what's there?
I am. I was told to look. I'm immediately looking.
Okay. So
I would walk up to Finavir. Shiny.
Okay, so Alfred, as you're walking around, why don't you make a perception check for me really quick?
17.
Okay. As you're looking around, you see that in some of these boxes are really weird. They're black, but at the same time, you can kind of see almost like they're like a, not holographic, but you see like a very dim light around the object inside. In one of them, you actually see a random pill just kind of sitting there. And then in another one, you see that there is this tiny little metal box, and it appears to have like a little crank on top of it, almost like a wind-up toy. In another one, you see this very strange object. Actually, it looks kind of like the one that Amali gave to you guys. It was that 3-tiered rotating ring device that you see in there. Another one, you see this tiny little like round nodule that's blinking a little bit on the inside. And in another one, you see it's a taller glass case, and you see that there's some kind of cloak in there. It seems to be kind of just hovering inside.
Oh, that's something I'd be drawn to. I love cloaks. Is there a description box?
Is there any description box?
Oh, that's right.
these?
It's his turn. Okay, sorry.
Okay. Most of them don't have labels on them, especially on the cloak. Some of them have one that says, like on the pill, it says potential anti-venom pill or poison.
Could save you, could kill you. It's an anti-venom,
like
but
to
it's
roll
poisonous
praise.
unless the venom is present in your body. There you go.
Okay.
I'd like to roll.
an avatar meme or an ordinary item.
I'd like to roll a praise. Hey, I rolled something good this time.
What'd you roll?
Let's see. 24.
Okay, so you're trying to...
Do I recognize it as something from my time, at least?
Okay. It appears to be a pill. It looks like a pill. You can't really smell to see if it smells like a pill, but it looks like a pill.
Okay.
What kind of pill? Like a capsule or like a tablet?
Like a capsule.
Does it have any label?
Can you see it from that distance?
Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, it's his time. We'll have our
Liamoor,
turns.
what's this one?
He comes over. It could be an anti-venom pill or a poison pill. I haven't tested it to find out. There are some pills that look very similar. Unfortunately, some people find out too late which one it is. God, I'm sorry. They find out too late which one it is.
I kind of want it.
This one is 10 silver.
I'll keep that in mind.
Hey, Finavir.
I only have 7 silver.
Finavir.
Approach me.
Finavir, seeing as we are shopping, maybe now might be the proper time to divvy expenses.
I see.
And there are 2 pills in 2 separate containers.
Is one red and one blue?
No, but they're both labeled as possible anti-venom, possible poison.
It's 50-50 which one you're using.
They both look almost identical.
They're red and blue.
Yeah, one cap is blue, one cap is red, and they're together to make
What is this,
purple.
Dr. Mario?
There we go. No, this is the Matrix. It's both pills at the same time.
You simultaneously become aware of the Matrix, but decide to stay in it.
Exactly.
It's a laziness pill. Antidote of lethargy.
All right.
So are we shopping now?
I suppose
don't
this is what you would
understand.
call it.
Okay.
All right. Here's the fair shake. I point to with multiple fingers simultaneously. Smoot, Mest, and Taylor.
If it's all right with you, I really don't need any for me right now. I really don't think I did very
Are
much.
you kidding me? You did the carry work and the grunt work. You deserve every bit. I insist.
What?
Okay.
I carried the bodies the entire way.
Stop complaining.
No, I'm just saying. I did the literal carry work.
She carried the case with the cores in it.
Oh, that's what he meant. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh no, if that's how we're gonna go with it, I totally carried the bodies. I did. That was me. That's a joke. Don't take it so seriously.
All right. David, you were courageous and participated. I saw you step in the way of danger. And for that, I believe your share of 17 silver should be adequate.
Oh, that sounds pretty fair to me because I know, guys, I'm not exactly the bravest man here, but I'm really good in any other situation except for, like, fighting people. Look at me. Do I look like I can fight?
All
Okay,
right.
nobody's answering that, so I'm a little concerned.
My mother always told me if you didn't have anything nice to say.
What's going on? I'm trying to check out these pills.
Mest and Smoot, an honorable effort from each of you. 23 silver.
You're keeping 10 of it.
And I'll consider your debt repaid.
I don't like owing people things.
Neither do I. It's actually a tenet of mine. You get 23 silver.
Okay.
Taylor, you did a lot of the grunt work. And for me, grunt work is something that does not go underappreciated.
But it gets underfunded.
You get 27 silver.
And you keep 10 of it. I have 17.
23 for Kelsey. Did I give that to her already?
Yeah, she'll take it.
And I will take the remainder, which I'll math that out real quick.
See, I thought you were going to be a schmuck.
No.
Him.
Oh, him.
Because, 6 people, 140 divides really nicely into 70. So just give 5 people 20, and then you keep 2 shares. That's the math I would have done if I was carrying the money.
Well, also, when you were walking around, you saw that the one that you guys had carried or brought in was labeled as something called a beast lure.
How much does it go for?
30 silver.
It's an advanced mating call.
The metal bar with the dial.
The metal box with the dial it was labeled as an automated cook. It's priced at 60 gold pieces or 6 crow.
It's a little expensive.
Is there anything else on the shelves?
The nodule is labeled as a blinking nodule at 600 silver pieces, and the cloak is not labeled.
Does it have a price?
It does. 30 gold pieces or 3 crow.
2 copper pieces.
Unfortunately, no.
It was a joke.
With that out of the way.
I'll gladly pay the 30. This is a relic, I'm assuming, since it's here. Right?
The cloak?
Yeah.
Are you saying? 30 gold pieces?
Oh, gold?
Yeah.
Gold with the G. Don't you only have 12? And that was in the beginning.
Was that gold too?
I thought he said
He
silver.
had, yes, he has multiple gold.
He's a merchant.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a merchant. It would
You're
make
like
sense he's got
almost
some, right?
halfway there.
He was also from a relatively wealthy family as well, so he's got the money.
Well endowed.
Sid or my actual parents?
Yes.
Sid is Sid.
Well endowed.
Sid is Sid.
Liamoor,
Yes.
I'd like to purchase both of these pills.
All right. They are 10 silver each.
Here you go.
Okay, hold on.
He goes and he basically lifts open one of the drawers, and you hear it kind of unlatch, and some kind of steam almost comes out. And he reaches in and his giant hands reach into this box. It fills the entire box. And somehow with his 2 fingers on his right hand, was it his right hand? It was his right hand that was only 2-fingered. Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
He reaches in with these 2 fingers and he's able to pick up this tiny pill, even though his hand fills the entire box. And the box is about 1 cubic foot. And he hands the 1 pill to you, and then he does the same thing with another. And now you have 2 pills. And he says,
Please be careful. And remember, keep them away. Don't put more than 3 near each other.
Right. Got it.
Never keep more than 3 pills in one container.
Definitely
children.
won't put more than 3 pills together. I have to roll bluff. I have to roll bluff.
okay, then roll bluff.
Base. What a base.
I am being very...
Oh, wait, no, I do have bluff. But it's still 2.
It's 2. Still 2.
Please, for your safety, please keep them no more than 3.
What if we put 4 of these pills in something? Like a creature.
Relics can have a reaction. Sometimes those reactions can lead to death.
So we could potentially kill a dangerous creature easily by poisoning it with multiple relics.
I suppose.
And just as easily kill yourself by handling those.
You just get a slingshot.
Please, a little more respect in the reliquary.
With this, I have a promise to keep. Smoot walks out to the reliquary.
I'm happy I have my pills.
All right, he's got 2 of his pills, down 20 silver. Is anybody going to get anything else? There's only the Beastler, which is within your range, and something called the Blinking Nodule, that's 600 silver that you could possibly save up for.
How much was the beast lure?
The Beastler is 30 silver pieces.
Or 3 crow. No.
30
Crow
silver.
is more than
Oh,
gold.
wait. Oh, silver, not gold. Wait, what was the 30 gold one then? I thought that was the beast lure.
That was the cloak.
I will purchase the beast lure.
Okay.
Yes, Jaden.
He reaches
Do
in
what
and
I
he pulls out one of the familiar looking objects. This one looks a little different than the one that you had received from Amali. It's a bit smaller. It still has the 3-tier rings to it, but this one has a little tiny star at the top of it.
Interesting.
Christmas tree.
All right. So I'll write this down as beast lore, and then is the star significant to write down?
You can, or you cannot. It could be decorative. It could not be decorative.
Always take note of things.
If you bring any relics back, remember, you can get paid to bring them to the reliquary. And as seekers, you get bonuses to what you get paid.
That's good to know.
Liamoor, is this a common relic? Have you seen more than one in your time?
I have. They are very common.
Are they consumable or reusable?
They are a single-use relic.
All right. Then how might one activate such an item?
Every relic is activated in a different way. You will have to study the relic that you have. For example, I can tell you for this one, you would place it on the ground, and you would push down on the star. But the more uses a relic has, the more expensive it is, and the more complicated its use.
Duly noted. Thank you, Liamoor.
Yes.
This is personally valuable, but if you wouldn't mind appraising it for me, the sun-powered.
I will look. This is a very useful item. Though it is common, they are usually sold for about 20 silver.
I see.
Although,
He pauses for a moment.
I see that it does have an ability to be recharged, which would increase its price. It would probably be worth 1 gold.
I see. I appreciate the appraisal, but I think I'll hold on to it. It has sentimental value.
Understood.
I think it's a good time to retire. Liamoor, your efforts have been deeply appreciated. I hope you have a wonderful evening.
And you as well. Thank you for your hard work and your efforts. And congratulations.
All right. Go us.
All right. So, you guys leave the reliquary.
Smoot has already made his way to the marketplace.
As Smoot comes up from the stairs, please roll a perception check for me really quick.
What's up? 23.
You walk out, and as soon as you do, you see over in the corner there appears to be an Amali leaning against a wall, and he appears to be tapping his foot, and he looks like he's just been waiting there and appears to be just a little on edge.
Who pissed in your coffee this morning?
Huh?
You doing all right?
Yeah. How'd you guys do?
Well, I got a coin thingy badge with a bird on it.
So you passed?
Yeah, what'd you expect? Me to fail?
A little. I mean,
I literally make tests for a living, and you think I couldn't pass something this simple?
He takes his hand and he rubs the back of his head, and he looks a little awkward as he does this, and he's just like,
I mean, what? Congratulations.
and he reaches out his hand.
This is something that, yeah.
Smoot takes his hand.
People over here do for some reason. I'm not sure why.
And you both awkwardly stop shaking hands and stare at each other.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, foodstuffs. Or maybe like cute trinkets.
He pauses.
I'm asking for CC.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, it's fine if that's what you like, but literally anywhere in this market, you can find some pretty good stuff. Are you asking for advice from me?
Yeah, I'm new in town. I don't know where anything is.
Oh, okay.
Also, haven't you, been around CC for a little while?
Yeah. I'm really bad at getting stuff for her. She clearly doesn't like anything I get her anymore, so...
What do you mean? What have you tried getting her?
He just looks back and forth.
I don't understand women, okay?
What do you mean? She's barely even a woman. I mean, she's 16, 18, something around there.
Yeah, She's 18.
All right.
She made that abundantly clear today.
I mean, just get like cute little things. Probably things that like aren't from around here. She seems to like new things, different, out of the norm.
I brought her a snake.
Yeah, maybe not that one. Like maybe like a little unicorn figurine.
It had a bow on its head.
I mean, that might be a little cute.
It was
I
a
don't know.
boa snake.
Oh, maybe a little too lethal. Here, why don't we go this way? Maybe we can look together. I have a daughter. I can maybe give you a couple of pointers.
All right, yeah.
You guys come up as Smoot is walking off with Amali, and you see him trailing off with Amali, and you heard something about a boa snake?
Probably nothing
Okay.
important. Smoot's just eyeing his pills.
I don't know about you.
Mess, your name is Mess.
Damn it. Not Alan, not Smoot, not Finavir, certainly not Kelsey.
Not good with names, all right?
Especially not my own. Next, it's going to be Amali. I'm ready for it. Oh, that was beautiful.
It's just going to be Joe from across the street.
Okay.
Jake from State Farm.
Hi, I'm Amali Kenneth Mest.
All right. So Smoot and Amali are walking through the market, and you see there is a small stall that seems to have baked goods, another stall that seems to have some very pretty things for females, and another stall that seems to have some rather interesting objects. Seem a little bit more tomboyish and boyish overall.
Define interesting objects and also define pretty things for females.
You see things that there's like some blouses, hairpins, and different like claws, like kind of blowing in the slight breeze that's starting in the afternoon. Nice cool breeze so everyone can cool off and stop sweating outside because it was hot. Beside the point, you also see there are some perfumes and other things like that. At the other stall that seems to be more boyish, there's like a small figurine with a little sword carved in wood, and a few other things like fake wooden swords and toy snakes. A snake with a bow on its head. Named
A boa snake?
What type of bow? Are we talking like a tied bow or like a recurve bow?
like
A tied ribbon
a
bow.
ribbon.
I don't know. It could have a recurve
But
bow
most
tied to
of
its
the
head.
toys there appear to be like carved from wood. And then the bakery place has all the goods. Cupcakes. Not really lots of icing or anything like that, but cakes and other things that smell really good.
All right, Amali, we're going to do a test.
All right.
See, these three are all great options, circumstantially, depending on the individual. So the safe bet is you test the waters. So there's a toy, probably like the sword figurine. That would be a good one. Get her something pretty, and then get her something sweet. So you go down the line, you cover your bases. Get one of everything.
That's expensive.
I don't know. How much is... We'll walk up to the stall. How much is the little wooden figurine?
The old man behind the counter.
Oh, that figurine is probably about 15 copper.
Amali, is this what you call expensive?
I'm cheap, okay?
This is your first problem. I hand the man a silver.
Well,
Wait. How much is it? 10 coppers, 1 silver? Okay, hand him 2 silver.
Okay.
Here.
oh, well, thank you. And here's your change, sir.
Thank you.
You can do the math for me.
1, 2, and okay, there's 5 there. We're good.
Thank you.
Is there 5 there?
Yes.
Okay, just clarifying. Next stall. Okay, we move over. Pretty thing. Would she like a scarf? Would she like a hairpin? Does she put her hair up?
No, she doesn't do any of that.
She's not a girly girl.
No, not at all. I mean,
Hmm.
maybe. I don't know. She could like dresses now. I don't know.
I walk up to the stall. What's her favorite color?
I think it's,
You are really bad
Red.
at this. Red?
yes,
You think?
I think.
How dangerous is the color pink? I'm going to take that as dangerous.
I walk up to the person at the counter.
Mhm.
Who am I speaking with?
An older woman.
I swear you two are a couple.
And I'm pointing to the old man at the store right next to
Oh, yes, that's my hubby over there. Hi,
figures, man.
hubby. Hello, darling. You look lovely and ravishing tonight.
Oh, God, I don't want to think about this. Pardon me, ma'am. Do you have anything in the color red?
Do your eyes not work? Look at the stall. There's lots of stuff that's red. Pink, red,
Not pink.
blue,
Red.
Chartreuse.
chartreuse.
Mest walks up behind you. Chartreuse.
What? Fine, you pick out something then. Pick something
Perception
red.
check what's there. So, Ted,
Guinevere also comes up behind you. Everyone basically just walks up behind you at this point.
we had nothing better.
Yeah.
Charisma is the stat that you use to have insight in on social cues. Is there a roll that I could make to try to come up with a good gift.
Wisdom. I think wisdom's always a good one.
Wisdom is wise.
Wisdom is wisdom.
Just don't ask Taylor.
Wisdom.
All right. What was...
I
Everyone
got a
should- if
10
you-
total. What do I see here?
All right. Before you see... did you hear...
I'll head to the blacksmith, by the way.
Okay. You see that there is a very nice floral shirt, like almost like a blouse. It has like little ruffled sleeves. You also see that there is a red skirt. Also, most of these appear to be in sort of like the Ashby traditional garb. Very few things are from out of town, it seems. You see a nice green, almost like button-down vest. Okay. Shirt, shoes, hat, vest, skirt, pants.
Whatever looks
Hat.
weird.
Okay.
What's the hat?
Okay. The hat that they wear here is usually like this very short cap that hangs down on the sides. It has little cute cotton balls, like almost like cotton balls, that are dyed, usually different colors. There's one that has like a nice little wool rim on the top of it, and it appears to be some kind of like hide hat.
Ma'am,
How much for the hat?
The hat would be... Darling, what was the hat's price again? It was, I believe... God, I'm too old, dang it. Oh, whatever. Give me 3 copper.
I'm buying the hat.
Yes, I think it would look lovely on you.
ma'am, I'm not too familiar with this town's fashion. What from this is exotic or not from around here?
Not from around here. Traveling merchants haven't been in town for weeks.
Do you have anything left in stock that they came with?
It's just this belt.
What does it look like?
It's like a snake.
It's pretty exotic. I haven't been able to sell it, though.
Does it have a bow for a belt buckle?
Yes.
How much is it?
We were in Ashby, right?
Yes.
How much is the belt?
Honestly, at this point, nobody's buying. If you're willing to buy it,
Honey, how much was the belt?
Make an offer.
10.
2 copper.
Oh, fine. 2 coppers, fine.
I hand her 2 coppers.
All right.
I've also purchased their hat.
You have the hat.
I'm
My
gonna
hat.
It doesn't fit completely.
Isn't that a female hat?
I don't care. It's on my head now.
Oh, yes, it looks lovely. You'll make a wonderful... what
Don't-
are you?
What do you mean? He's a man. He's standing right there.
Oh, okay. The hat was confusing me. My eyes are really bad.
It's a shame they didn't have anything in chartreuse.
Oh, chartreuse. I love that place.
I'm walking. Have a good day, ma'am.
Smoot walks away.
Senile old bat.
Oh, I know. Thank you.
My point exactly.
What did I just hear? What?
What?
Isn't chartreuse the color? Okay.
It's a color.
It's like yellow.
It's a color.
She said that's
I
my
love that
favorite
place.
Oh, okay. Thanks, guys. My name is Kelsey.
I thought that was.
No, because Kelsey talks like this. I don't.
I go over to the...
I was just gonna pick up if it is or isn't there. Ball bearings and grease.
Ball bearings and grease.
The clothing store. Oh, you went to the
I-
blacksmith.
I
You went to
left
the blacksmith.
everyone. I went to the blacksmith.
She does not have ball bearings. She does, however, have some oil/grease.
Okay. No kind of like a quick spread tripping type thing.
You mean like you have to like throw it out?
Well, it'd be like caltrop, so I was thinking about the non-lethal version.
Oh, she says, I'm sorry, I really don't have anything like that in stock right now. I haven't had time to pour the molds.
Well, they must have been out of caltrops. There was some here before.
She has caltrops.
Okay. I will get the caltrops then and the grease.
Okay. Caltrops are 1 silver piece for a 2-pound bag.
Okay.
And then for the oil, she says, well, this is from the stuff that you brought me earlier, so I'd say maybe about 3 silver per pint.
A pint of what?
Oil grease.
Thank you. I'll be on my way.
All right. Have a great day, and thank you for these parts.
You're quite welcome. Thank you for your business. There's probably not a lot of people who would have even bought these around here.
Unfortunately, not so much. That's why we don't really keep too much in stock.
All the same, quite appreciated. And I just go.
All right.
Let me know if we get back to...
BX goods.
All right.
Mhm.
So there are cupcakes, cake, whatever. What do you want to buy her? There's one that's shaped like a snake with a bow on its head.
Okay, now see. Now, Molly, look at this. I want you to see. We're not doing that, okay? Now, here's the plan. Here's the plan. Gifts are all about presentation, all right?
Oh my, presentation.
Oh, Molly, your voice got really weird there.
No, it's not. My name's not Molly.
Oh, hi. I assume you're the vendor at this store?
Molly just steps back.
Yes,
I
I am.
I need something extravagant and very, very sweet.
You mean like a cow full of sugar?
This joke.
Extravagant means cow to you.
I mean, look at my cow cake.
I would classify that as peculiar. Do you have anything?
Does she sell Ghelfi?
No, she's a pastry. Do you have... How much would it be for about a half dozen cupcakes?
Half a dozen cupcakes? Well, I could get you half a dozen cupcakes for a silver piece. But they might be a little stale, though. They've been sitting out all day.
What do you have that's fresh?
The
Yeah.
cupcakes.
That's the freshest thing you have?
Everything else has been sitting out the same amount of time. I
Hey.
bake them early in the morning.
That's still pretty dang fresh.
All right, that sounds fresh enough to me.
I would take half a dozen cupcakes.
All right, you get a dozen cupcakes in the shape of a snake with a bow on it.
No. Not in the shape of a snake. I would tiny little dainty cupcakes.
What is with the snake religion?
Do they,
like so-
Everyone
so-
here is a
do they have
snake oil
tomato
vendor.
do they have frosting on them? Or like, what are they?
The frosting is on them. It appears to have melted a little bit, though.
Can I get fresh or extra frosting? How much would it be? I'll pay extra.
Oh my god, you demand so much from me. All right, let's see what I can do here. Yeah, give me 5 copper and I'll put some fresh icing on there for you.
Sure.
All right,
I had her 2 silver.
all right. What color you want?
Red.
Red like blood?
Yes.
All right, I got that color. Got some berries here I can smash.
And she starts like crushing berries in front of you. She takes like a hammer and starts like banging away on the table with it.
Give me a second.
Just spraying juice everywhere.
Starts mixing stuff, pours in like a full bag of sugar, pours in like some milk, and then after a while she makes up frosting, which she takes a knife and then she like somehow expertly gets it on there, and it's perfect.
Best cupcakes in town, I'll tell you that much.
Keep the change. Thank you.
Oh, why thank you.
All right. I
Do
would
you
walk
have
over.
any bagels?
This is a pastry shop. Sure, I got bagels.
What kind of bagels?
They're all sold out of cinnamon raisin. Don't even ask.
This isn't a metropolis. They have nothing bagels.
Yeah, we got nothing bagels. So I guess it was wheat. I got a wheat bagel.
A singular wheat bagel.
Everyone bought them out. This is the last one I
This
got.
one's 3 days old.
How much for the bagel?
Copper.
I'll take it.
All right, here you go.
I got a bagel.
Here's some icing on it.
And she puts icing on it as she hands it to you.
What flavor is the icing?
Berry.
All right, Molly. Now here's the plan, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we hide the cupcakes. We don't show her the cupcakes. Like I said, it's all about presentation. We hide the cupcakes. You are going to give her the little wooden toy soldier. But I need you to wear this really ugly belt. And I need you to talk about how you just bought this belt. And it's new, and it's foreign, and it's very fancy from a faraway place.
Oh, really?
Yes. And then this will
Okay.
naturally intrigue her because it is new, foreign, and from a very exotic place, and she's never seen it before, and she doesn't have it. And you talk it up, and then you give it to her. You make her want it, even though it's really weird looking. If she thinks you have it and you want it, then it will make it more valuable to her.
I mean, here's the thing. This thing was all the rage for her back then, like a year ago, and now she didn't care for what I got her like this time.
What do you mean? Wait, you mean she's seen this before?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say that before I bought it?
Well, not this belt specifically, but I mean the whole snake with the bow on its head is like a big thing for all the girls.
You can't even finish that sentence.
Right
seriously.
next to Snake Jazz. No more of that. You can only do so much before it's copyrighted.
You mean, wait, you wear the belt. Act like it's new and in fashion again. It came from a faraway land. Hand her the wooden toy soldier, talk up your belt, and then once she has those two, I'll surprise her with cupcakes.
I want to walk up to them at talk up your belt.
Several
putting it on.
awkward, motivating speeches later.
Yeah, precisely.
So Molly is wearing the belt as you guys make your way up. Who's holding the cupcakes?
I am behind
Okay.
my back.
Behind your back.
I don't want her to see them.
Okay,
Ugh.
Kelsey is helping you hide them.
Good job, Kelsey. Good job.
Okay. You guys are making your way up the path. Molly is wearing the belt, and all of you are brandishing your new Seeker Initiate badges. And that is where we'll end off. And next week we'll address the whole belt thing. All right. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the Gate Chronicles. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, please consider leaving us a review whenever podcast listening app that you're using, whether that's iTunes, Podchaser, Spotify. If Spotify ever lets you leave reviews, that would be amazing. Otherwise, you can go to our YouTube and you can even leave a comment. That would be great too. Also, other things that you can do, you can go to our website where you can actually go into our merch shop and get some really cool merch from us. We're going to be adding more in, and doing that actually helps us to pay for more patterns, designs, and whatnot that we can add to the shop, as well as, hosting, website, etc.
Maybe one day we can have the snake with a bow.
Maybe one day we can have a snake with a bow. You can also go to our Patreon and you can support us for about $1 a month, or you can go a higher tier. But with each tier, there's more stuff that you get back in return for supporting us, because that helps us out and that helps us really just put out more good content for you. And like, for example, we can get characters commissioned for our players here, which I would really like to do. So please, if you could, that'd be great. If not, that's okay. Share us with your friends, your family, your grandmother, your dog, and sit down and listen to us all together, because listening to us helps us get out there too. And also telling other people about us helps us get out there too. Ooh, and we do have something called Ask Alice. Ask Alice is not only for the Odd campaign, it is also for the Gate Chronicles, even though Alice is our AI from the Odd campaign. Alice also likes to send her messages to us here at Gate Chronicles, and therefore, if you pose a question to us at Gate Chronicles, or Odd, we'll read your question on air, and then we'll answer it on air in character or out of character, however you address it, and to whoever you address it to. So please consider doing that as well, because we would love to get questions from you. And that's about it, unless anybody else has anything else. Again, follow us on our social medias. That way you can keep up to date with us on what's going on. And very last, finally, the Odd Pod is coming back in August. We are delaying until then so that we can get our episodes edited, and that way we are all set to go. So guys, we'll see you for Odd in August, and we will be still releasing out Gate Chronicles bi-weekly. So again, guys, we will see you next week. All right?
Next week.
All right.
Next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Adios.
Smoot!
Whoa. Too much enthusiasm. What do you want, Fenivir?
Okay, so I had a dream.
Okay.
I met the Prophet of Profit,
Sure.
and she told me about Podgo.
What is Podgo? Wait, what?
Podgo is a way that we can monetize our podcasts.
Fenivir, that's not going to do anything. We're a small podcast. We don't have a lot of listeners.
That doesn't matter. Podgo has flat rates.
Flat rate. That doesn't... The audience is just going to get annoyed with ads.
Well, what if I told you that the ads were tailored to our audience?
Well, then I would ask if this Prophet of Profit also conveniently told you where to find this.
Well, of course she did.
Oh, of course.
That's podgo.co. Podgo.co.
Fenivir, I swear, if this grass citizen burns like your last 10 ideas...
It's okay. There are no gorillas this time, I promise.